Some residents of Westbury have welcomed President Cyril Ramaphosa's State of the Nation address's commitment to deploy the SANDF in communities that are plagued by gangsterism. SABC News reporter Offenses Stimo joined the Samdam household in Westbury as they watched the address.
There are a myriad of issues that are actually challenging residents of Westbury, and in fact they are hopeful that today's State of the Nation address will address some of them. In fact, the President has alluded to some of the issues that the residents are actually grappling with, some of which is scarce water and gangsterism, which has plagued the community for years. Well, I'm actually joined now by the Samdans. We are actually at their home where we are watching the State of the Nation address, just to elaborate on what they've picked up from the President's speech. Mr. Ivan, thank you so much for your time. What are some of the key highlights that you've heard from the President so far?
I think one of the first things he mentioned was to address the economic decline that of course result in job losses and a higher rate of unemployment. So that is one of the things he was talking about, and he linked that in to the whole social infrastructure of our communities. As you said, gangsterism is a big thing in our areas where we live, particularly Corrie, Westbury, and Sophia Town, and it's good to hear what he said. We'll hope that he will implement that when he mentioned that he will now deploy the army to assist the police in fighting gangsterism. So that is something to look forward to and see what will come out of that.
Absolutely, and he also mentioned the issue of joblessness, which is a challenge here in Westbury as well, that he's going to try, to uplift the economy, which can create jobs. Your reaction to that?
There's always been a big challenge, particularly for the areas. And remember, the Westbury, Corrie, Sophia Town area is predominantly coloured, or labelled coloured, classified coloured, and it's always been a challenge. And because of the high rate of unemployment, the gangsterism element then seen opportunity. I hope that through what he's saying and what we will hear from the Minister of Finance in a few weeks' time, that unemployment will be a key priority to be addressed, particularly amongst young people, where we are feeling the pain big time. And remember, he said that we need to strive towards an equal society where everybody feel that they are cared for economically. And of course, it is about jobs, it is about income, it is about being able to take care of families, and particularly young ones, children, and our young people. So some positive things that you hear, as I said earlier to some of you guys, is also now to see the implementation of that.
If I may bring Jenny in as well. Jenny, thank you so much for your time. He also mentioned that they want to deploy the army in order to tackle gangsterism. Don't you think that's something they should also consider for Westbury and some of the surrounding areas?
Good evening. Yes, I think it's a good idea, but a very short term. We don't want the army in forever. We need the army to come in to help the police to get rid of gangsterism. And as my husband has said, gangsterism comes from not having food, not having water, not having whatever. And so the gangsters come forward and say, well, we will do this, we will get you water, we will get you food. And so people begin to think that gangsterism is the answer. And somehow we need to help people to get their own jobs, to get their own food, to eradicate poverty, to help children go to school. I think those are the important things that the army can help us with short term, because we don't want them forever.
And what do you believe would take for you to feel comfortable walking around in Westbury after dark?
I think it would be to disarm all people of firearms. I am very guns per se, and I think if we can do away with guns and shooting, because it's children as young as 10, 11, 12 that are actually being taught to kill and to shoot and to be part of gangs. And so I think for me it's the disarming, getting rid of the drug trade. The police must come clean. And we hopefully the Madlanga Commission and the ad hoc committee will go far in helping to achieve that.
Can I just comment on the whole gun? One of the things he also said, they will introduce stricter gun laws. And I think that's what we've been saying for a long time, because some of the guns that are used come through the system, whether it's the South African police services that's in cahoots with some of our gangs. So I would like to see how and what measures will be taken to strengthen and improve on our gun laws. Because that is the issue. That is a big issue.
Out of 10, based on what you've gathered so far from the SONA, how much would you rate the speech out of 10?
4 for now.
I would say 6, but I know that our president is a wonderful speaker, but I wonder if his cabinet and all the other leaders will implement. That's what I hope for.
Thank you very much. Well, as you can hear, those are the views of residents of West Dean, which has been plagued by a myriad of issues, as I mentioned, the water challenge, gangsterism, and the turf wars, which have resulted in a lot of gang violence. They are actually pleased and welcome the assertion by the president that he would deploy an army to actually tackle gangsterism, but they are also appealing that he needs to deal with the proliferation of firearms that actually lead to all this gang violence to actually, get out of hand.